Oh, good to see you, man.
What's
Thanks
up,
for
man?
coming out.
Good to see you.
Appreciate
Good to see
you, man. We always appreciate you guys coming out on a Thursday, especially short week.
Oh, yeah.
I see you brought one of your children with you.
Yeah, got a couple.
Yeah, I brought both of my boys.
Oh,
and
there
my
you
lovely
go.
Wife.
Okay. Well, before you came in here, you were walking and we were kind of chatting with you. So I'll bring this part up. And you've got a bit of your Oregon connection there in Nike. You're from Ohio. I know you probably have told the story a million times, but they've never heard it. You initially commit to Michigan, and you end up going to Oregon. I used to have clients out in Eugene. I'm like, I am not going to Oregon because of Eugene, Oregon. There's obviously a connection. But help us really understand, what is the draw that ultimately gets you over there?
Back then, it was Chip Kelly. I mean, with Chip, everything was, it was like, it was innovative. It was it was like he was running an offense that nobody ever seen. So everything there was like, what we was doing there was way before their time. Like with the facilities, how we practice, how they play. Everything was just, it was like that new shoe that comes out. Like you see it and then you be like, oh, I gotta have it. And then 2 months later, it's like in the back of your closet somewhere. But I think that was the biggest draw. And then when we came out there, I mean, they had LeBron, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, all the Nike guys was there on our official visit. Crab legs, they laid it all out for you.
Man, that's awesome. We were just talking about that over our pre-show meal, honestly, how Oregon had all these guys on the sideline like SC had a back in my day. When you talk about the Chip Kelly offense being innovative, have you seen some of that in the NFL now? You seen the transition?
Of Chip Kelly or just in general?
Chip Kelly's offense in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just see it with, like, the quarterbacks, a few years ago, like, it was all, like, drop-back quarterbacks, you know what I mean? And then people kind of thought Lamar couldn't play quarterback when he was coming in because how he played. But now you see everything is kind of going towards, if your guy can't move, it's going to be hard playing in the league. Like, the old drop-back guys like Peyton Manning and all them guys are kind of long gone, as far as how the game is playing. So I think that transition in the league has taken over by storm now.
It's amazing is to look at your career, and you had a really tough injury, and sat out 2015. But so I'm looking, I go, man, you're 30 years old now. This is your 8th year. I mean, you've been doing this a long time. Is it weird for you to look back and think, man, this is my 8th year now in the NFL?
Man, we just signed Jason Peters, and he's 42 on year 21. So I'm feeling real young right now. I'm just getting started.
Peters made me feel young. He older than me. I've been done.
I couldn't believe it when I seen it.
He makes me feel old. So.
What have you learned most about yourself playing in the league 8 years? Because a lot of guys, man, you get 3 years in, a lot of guys are phased out, but you found a way to make yourself valuable every single year, man. What have you learned about the game and yourself?
I just learned just how to be resilient. When stuff not going your way, just trusting my process and what I do. Every year I've been in the league in 8 years, I've had a new coach and a new coaching staff. So proving yourself and doing all that, I'm proving myself to people that don't know me every year, starting at the bottom because I was undrafted, right? So just to be resilient and just really just trust my process. And I kind of know that it works, and it's been proven and proven amongst a bunch of different coaching staff. So I just kind of feel like at this point, God has brought me a long way. And, like, I never get discouraged because I know that, he don't bring you this far away just to, drop you off. You know what I mean? Yep. So I kind of just stay grounded in that matter, and it's been working out for me.
Well, I mean, you've been on a few teams. You've mentioned a few coaches. You got, a family. How was that for the family? I mean, I'm sure you'd love to bury some roots, for 4 or 5 years. But what is that like going from city to city?
Well, I'm excited now. Last year, I was in Boston. I lived in a hotel the whole year, and my family was in Houston. So to have them here, it's been great. My kids are getting older, and just being able to come home and see them has been great. definitely would like to have some roots. You know what I mean? Like right now, my kids aren't in school, so they just having fun and they like the moving. But you know, as they getting older in school and everything, you want to kind of find a little home base. But honestly, with this job, that's kind of a lot to ask for in a sense. You know what I mean? It's always moving parts. You never know where you're gonna be. So my family we found a good mechanism to get through these things just from all the moving I've had to do.
Where do you guys call home?
Right now we call Houston home and also Mexico.
Okay.
There we go. Man, last time I spoke to you was in the summer, and we had some good conversations about the family, so it's cool to see your family out here. You mentioned taking them to Nickelodeon and doing reels and all that. What's the status on that? You still putting them reels out with the kids or what?
Yeah, the wife is she's creating all the TikToks now, and I think they just posted some. So they trying to, man, the TikTok, it's like, we feel like the old parents, like how all parents are still on Facebook, and then you kind of get off of Facebook, and you're like, oh yeah, Facebook is too old now.
I'm still on it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more like, I know Instagram, so like TikTok is like the thing where
that's
like,
why I said reels. I'm old too.
I'm like Instagram, but like my nephews and nieces, they like, I'll be calling them like, hey, how did y'all do that? Like, let me know how y'all do it.
What's your TikTok? Let the people know so they can follow. And
our TikTok is the Brown family, I want to say. It's the Brown family.
Brown family, wifey head nod, we good? Brown family, there we go.
Family.
Y'all follow on TikTok, the Brown family.
Yeah.
That's impressive. It's not like that's not a common name to be able to get that.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty
the Brown
good.
Family.
Okay, so look, you're on radio, but look, you got a presence about you. You're a nice-looking man. I mean, you definitely carry yourself well. What is life after football when that finally ends? You already have plans for that?
Hopefully drink a pina colada somewhere
in Mexico,
or one of these water views like out here in the beautiful views of Seattle. But I mean, I've always kind of positioned myself for life after football. As far as like what I would do, I just want to be able to give myself choices. I've invested a lot into real estate, had some private equity investments, an energy drink that's kind of blowing up right now. We actually, in all the 7-Elevens, get you some of those all natural ingredients.
What's it called?
It's called Lucky Energy.
Lucky Energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Write that one down.
So I've always just positioned myself in that way. I went back to school right now. I'm not taking classes. I took summer classes, but I'm getting my master's in finance.
Good for you.
Just continue learning and like meeting new people, honestly, and just see where that go. But as far as like exactly what I want to do, I'm having fun doing all the media stuff and acting. I did some acting when I was in college, so want to get some small stuff back in there. But honestly, just position myself to where the money that I'm blessed with is making money and just raising my kids, honestly.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Like we've mentioned several times, you've been in the league 8 years, but you got to see A.J. Barner score his first touchdown. What was that like for the tight end room to see the youngster get in the end zone?
It was good, man. I was in on that play, and I seen it like pop open out the corner of my eye, and I was like, man, this is wide open. And then we went on the sideline and seen it. It was a good experience. I think he threw the ball, but they ended up getting the ball back. But he had a great game. I was in there when he jumped. We was joking on the sideline about that, like, bro, do not jump in the air like that. That was on his other big catch. It just looked like a big orca whale or something, just gliding through the air, being a coach, and everybody was laughing about it. But I'm excited, man. He's playing at a high level right now.
You guys just played Monday, physical game. Detroit more physical than actually they appeared to even going into that game, watching it. How's your body feeling? And you got another physical game coming up against the Giants.
Man, my body's feeling good. These short weeks this is probably the hardest part of the year of any season when you get that, well, for us, we are all the way in Seattle, so that travel to Detroit was big. Now we're a day short. The Giants got 10 days of rest, and then we got another Thursday game just looking ahead 1 week. The body's feeling the best it's going to be. I tell everybody, man, guys out there, when you everybody be like, "Oh, you're 100%." Like my wife was just asking me. I think I'm on the injury report. She's like, "How's your knee?" I was like, "Baby, don't pay attention to none of that stuff. That's, you know, I'm all right." But only time you feel 100% is when you come in spring ball. After spring, you never play in the game at 100%. It's kind of a fairy tale in the league. It's always something nagging. I mean, these guys out here are huge and physical guys, and every game, no matter who you're gonna play, it's going to be physical for sure.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't think people get, man. It's a grind out there, man, especially for guys like you who play in the box. You know, playing the box outside, you're asked to do a lot of things. What's your favorite thing about football and playing the tight end position?
Probably just the physicality of it. Just imposing your will on other people, hitting people. It's just a fun thing. It's like a old Warriors, you know. It reminds me of like when you watch all the movies, the 300 movies, and just that Coliseum kind of feel. Yeah, that's probably my favorite part is the physicality.
I played 7 years. My kids were too young when I played. And it's funny now, my son's 30. He's starting to watch some of my old tapes. He goes, Dad, you're pretty good. And do your kids know what you do?
Not really, man. They had a old thing. I actually had them field passes, so they was on the sideline. And, like, this is supposed to be a cool thing. You're on the sideline at Lumen Field. It's freaking crazy. The kid's like, well, Mom, I just want to go to my seats and eat popcorn.
That's right.
And I'm like, it's kids in the stands that are freaking relish the moment to be on the sideline. And they want to watch the cheerleaders and eat popcorn. So my youngest son, it's hard for him to find me, but if they show me, they all see me. He's starting to play football, but I'm still trying to teach him the rules. Yep. If he gets tackled or he doesn't score, everybody's cheating. and he's going to take the ball and run and go in the house and nobody can play. So I'm still trying to teach him the rules because we got to fix that.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm glad to see you and your family because we had a good conversation about the family during the training camp, man. And appreciate you coming out and making time, man. Give it up one more time for tight end Pharaoh Brown. All right.